Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin. I just want to get right into this and share with you the latest about partners exiting and leaving Goldman Sachs, which is an extreme sign of financial despair. Please pay attention to the warnings, y'all. Hedge fund billionaire claiming college students protesting for Israel have shit for brains. We're seeing over $100 billion leaving the banking system at a rapid pace, and this isn't good. The feds are worried and concerned and are actually saying that the banks face a security risk, stability risk. Meanwhile, the average American is sinking deeper and deeper into the hole, into debt. Household expenses are growing faster than their income, and the numbers look good on paper, but you and I know the truth. Most people aren't doing great, and yet we have another public health crisis. When is this going to stop? It's like we can't even catch a breather at all. And of course, the day wouldn't be complete without the latest from Walmart cracking down on customers in this state specifically doing this. Suspect found dead from the Lewiston, Maine shooting. Robert Card, deceased. But despite all that, the simple fact of the matter is pretty much everybody is feeling the pain. Mostly everybody. The people that I talk to, my neighbors, the comments that I receive, the emails, the direct messages, the folks on Patreon, everybody's telling me the same thing. Yet there seems to be a huge disconnect with reality. These businesses, these corporations, MSM, the current administration are almost immune or unable to hear the cries of the people. And for some folks who don't have a dollar to their name, they are now promoting that you rush out and buy this $65 Michael Kors wallet. It's a must-have. That's got to be one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Spend your last dollar buying a wallet to hold money you don't have. Or at the very least, in the worst case scenario, charge it and put it on credit and finance it and pay $500 over time for the $65 wallet that you got to have. Fortunately, there is some relief, some reprieve for the few who qualify. And if you want to know more about the fourth stimulus, there's a pot with $9,000. It's a huge $9,000 payout, over $5 million in the pot. Also the ability to get $500 in free money for the next 18 months. Please smash that like button if you would like a free $500 deposit for the next 18 months. As well as if you'd like additional information on the 5 types of passive income that can make you rich in just 5 years. I'm pretty sure it goes without saying that almost everybody should be interested in that, right? And speaking of getting rich, Grant Cardone swears by the 40-40-20 rule, and I guarantee you'll create wealth for yourself. So this is definitely something that we need to discuss and talk about. So if these news updates and headlines and talking points interest you, then let me and YouTube know by hitting that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more. Now, I want to talk about this article here, and it says that the average salary in the United States is $56,220 across all occupations. So when we think of a high-end salary, it's significantly above that level. In fact, many people consider a high-end salary to be anywhere in excess of 6 figures. So that's the $100,000 range or higher. But even the high earners aren't always in good position financially. And according to Lending Club, nearly half of the people earning $100,000 a year still struggle to make ends meet. Rather than building wealth, a lot of these individuals are actually living paycheck to paycheck. Now, this might seem strange when you consider the numbers on their own, but the truth is that it's very possible to become poor even when living on a higher salary. Poor money management, excessive spending, limited savings or investments, and the lack of a financial preparedness strategy can all keep even the highest earners strapped for cash. Broke. Tired of living broke, living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to keep their heads above water and make ends meet, despite earning a high income. And if you're wondering just how it is that people with a high-end salary become poor, well, the most common ways are, number one, an over-reliance on credit cards. Another is falling victim and succumbing to the lifestyle creep, and you guys know exactly what that is. Not making tax efficient money moves, which is extremely important. We've talked about that before. Trying to keep up with the Joneses is never a good idea. And lack of financial discipline. Skipping the emergency fund, not using corporate benefits properly, and not planning ahead. Now, these are all very, very important. No different than the Dave Ramsey baby steps approach, the total money makeover. And again, if you guys are interested in having these conversations and discussing and talking about this further, then by all means, feel free, hit me up, let me know. But it's sad because we're approaching the holiday shopping season and folks who are already in a financial bind, in financial trouble, in hot water financially, who don't have much money, who are suffering, who are seeing their expenses increase over their income, who are facing food insecurities, who are looking for ways to capture this fourth stimulus check or whatever possible earnings or free money exists for them out there, which is only going to buy them time, and a very little bit of time at that. We went out yesterday for just a quick bite to eat. It was Friday. We were like, we'll take Friday and just have a date night, basically. And, we unfortunately at the time saw somebody in the middle of a financial crisis while we were eating, and they didn't have any money, or at least they didn't know they didn't have any money, but their credit cards were maxed out. And odds are they thought they had money, but in the end, they probably were eating and ready to pay just as their credit card crossed over into the new billing cycle. And the previous billing cycle's charges, interest rates, and fees put them over their limit, which basically rendered their card useless. They were in panic. They were disbelief. They didn't know what to do. And the only thing that saved them was they had just a little bit of cash left in their wallet. And I think that was it. I think that little bit of cash was all they had as a safety, emergency backup savings. Who knows how they're going to get through the next week to the next pay period. Who knows, if they have enough food or if they have enough fuel or gas or diesel to put in their vehicle, unless they're driving an electric car like a Tesla or something and they got to charge it. But this is it. This is the beginning. This is what they have been warning us about. This is what I've been talking to you folks about for the longest. And we're experiencing it happen. And there's little to no relief out there. No cavalry coming over the hillside, really, except for perhaps maybe having these discussions and having these conversations about how you can create a better budget, reduce your spending, increase your income and your earnings, eliminate debt, find streams of side hustle income, develop passive income streams, and work towards getting yourself into a much more financially stable and a much better financial situation and position, and also continuously working on gaining greater financial responsibility, especially when things get tough and things get hard and people really start looking and leaning on those credit cards. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope this isn't affecting you guys at all in a negative way, but I'm also a realist, and I know, and I think, I was woken up this morning to bring you guys to deliver this message for a particular reason. And I know that that's not necessarily the case across the board 100%. So if you need someone to talk to, at the very least, reach out. Because you do have someone to talk to. Here, me. Let's talk.